Hi, my name is Austin Moore. This is my submission for Mobile Electronics Association Top 50. I've been in the industry now for about 12 years. Currently, I'm working at Titan Motoring here in Nashville, Tennessee. I've been here just about a year now. Both my accomplishment and my biggest challenge is probably just being with a team of so many individuals. My old shop that I used to be at for 11 years, it was just probably about 5 of us all in one shop together. Here, we have about 5 salespeople on average, so the whole team consists of roughly about 30 people, so trying to figure out in and out day operations and projects is a lot more troublesome here than what it is with a smaller kind of niche group of people, you know. So definitely a challenge trying to figure out your involvement in your roles, working in a position as a technician here. And then on top of that too, just trying to figure out the best way to be efficient in that group of people, both for yourself and the actual team that you're working for. I think people would describe me as a little too logical, a little too systematic in the way that I have to have all of my documents. So I strongly kind of take charge of what my schedule is going to look like on paper before I execute it, and then that way I can kind of go back and see what the problems that I had with that job and how exactly it affected my time, and I try to notate that as much detail as I possibly can. With being with a team of so many individuals, I try to have all the notes taken and put on a platform that everybody can see, so hopefully everybody can improve on. So I hope that other people view me as a helpful person. I try to do whatever I can to help other individuals, not just myself. Some of the things that I do for myself, I think that people see, also take into consideration for their own kind of work ethic and try to involve that with themselves as well. As for the customers end, our sales team does such a great job with them that I personally don't really speak to the customers too much. When it comes to the fine, minute details and I have to talk to the customers, I hope they're, I hope they view me as knowledgeable in my field and take my word as just a strong tip in the right direction to try to get their dreams to come true with our shop. I think people also view me as a pretty optimistic person, so I like to say that I shine a positive light on the whole entire team. I'm goofy, you'll always hear me laughing. I laugh at things I probably shouldn't sometimes as well, but I think that kind of lightheartedness is nice for the team, and I hope that they enjoy it, and I think that I'm just a positive aspect on the whole entire team's culture here.
Definitely an overachiever.
My philosophy is, depending on what the customer wants, obviously, but to integrate something that looks like it could be a OEM piece, no matter what the application is. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some times that you want to go over the top and make things look super exotic and super aftermarket. But as much of the OEM feel as I can put into a piece that we design or fabricate for a vehicle, that's going to be kind of my intention for design. If you've never seen this car before, you wouldn't be off-put with what's in the trunk or how a door panel was designed or how a middle console was designed. My specialty is trim work. I have a strong background in that. I did a lot more trim work in my last shop. Here I'm doing a lot more fabrication for things. So usually when people fabricate something and they're like, oh man, I don't know how things are going to seam together, I try to give my honest opinion on, hey, this is what we can do. So I don't trim it, but also, utilize me so we can trim something, put a stitch in places that people don't really think about beforehand if they didn't have a trimmer on stock. At the end of the day, I just want them to be really happy with what they received. We offer a very niche service. Most of our customers have a pretty strong vision on exactly what they want, but they just don't know how to execute it. I would like them to have a huge smile on their face when they get in there and they just remember all the technicians and all the salespeople they worked with directly to cause their dreams for that vehicle or that application to actually occur. I shouted her out last year and I'll do the same this year. But Wendy, who is Dan Bowman's wife, biggest shout out in the world to her. She was the one that approached me at a Knowledge Fest in Indianapolis and actually showed me to both her husband and Phil, the owner of Titan here. So big shout out to her and getting me involved with Titan and actually had me get a chance to come on board with such a great team. On top of that, working with Ray West and Dave Cause, Scott Miller, These are all individuals I've worked with here at Titan that have had a strong influence on seeing how their brain ticks and see how exactly they take a project and execute it. It's been just a lot of strong influence on me. So I like to think that who I was last year compared to working with these individuals this year has changed dramatically.
Always definitely the hardest question to answer. Why do you feel you should be top 50?
The reason why I think you should be chosen for top 50 is I want to be involved with some of these people that influence me. You know, it's a weird culture as to you scroll through Instagram, you scroll through Facebook, and you see all these neat projects. And I personally am terrible at posting that kind of stuff. I want to get better at it. I want to try to make a post at least once a week with the projects that I'm building, because I know there's other people that probably see a lot of big leaps and bounds and things that I do, and hopefully they can take it into their own work. You know, there's a lot of influence with all these top 50 people. You see it online all the time, and I like to try to get my own involvement into that world as well. So being chosen for top 50 kind of gets your name out there a little bit more, and you get seen a little bit more traction can be had. So if I get top 50, hopefully I can be a big influence to the whole entire industry instead of just myself, and I'm going to try to get some more stuff out there.
Titan has acquired a second location, and I work down here most of the time in the fabrication shop at the south location. So walking in, we have our saw stop table saw, and then coming through here we have our router setup. So we've got 3 routers set up here, all on vacuum tables, all on Jessam lips, and then we also have our polisher buffer, our sanding area over here, some profile bits, sandpaper, and then you continue this way. My work area is here in this back corner. It's my toolbox there. I've got kind of set up here with a lot of storage. My desktop computer's over here. I've got 3 screens. Usually I have a calendar up on one, the work order that I'm working on the other one, and the middle one I'm usually using for VCarve or Fusion or something like that. Over in this corner we have some of our composite materials there on the wall, and then we also have a 5x10 CNC machine by Laguna. At this location we have a smaller laser than they have over at Maine, but it gets a lot of our jobs done here. The working bed's about 30 inches by 16. This year we also started using an Anycube resin 3D printer. We also have the Anycube curing station that comes with it as well. Upstairs I have a secondary toolbox with all my upholstery tools in it, and this is a table I do all my trim work with and my sewing machine. I like to keep all my tuning stuff in a separate bag. So all the stuff is just in this backpack here. So I've got my MSI laptop, extension cord, my Dayton Audio RTA mic stand, USB to XLR cable with some attenuators, and then some leads that go into XLR. I have a Microsoft Surface tablet that's in this bag, headphones, Type-C adapters to USB, Ethernet, video devices, separate power supply to USB-C, a USB extension, a separate mouse, 2 USB to Type-Cs, IASCA disc. I also like to carry a micro SD card, an adapter, and a USB adapter so that if I need to test anything, I've got tracks on there, I've got tracks on there. Kind of got all of my nooks and crannies when it comes to the tuning side, all in one backpack. Here at the main location, I like to keep a pack-out toolbox, a table, and a kneeling pad as well. In the pack-out system, I have all of my sockets, some tapes, hand tools, e-torques, drill bits, just bit sets, a whole set of M12 Milwaukee, then an organizer, tap and die set, some more ratchets, and just some general supplies.